Good morning, my Berserker Patriot family. Listen, so we're going to start off with Joseph Rosenbaum in the Kyle Rittenhouse case right now. First, I'm going to say Berserker Patriot 1776 on Rumble, Berserker Patriot Store on YouTube. That's all I have left. I'm cancel cultured from everywhere else. Completely cancel cultured from everywhere else. If you watch my videos on here, then you'll see I just posted a video where I've had over 63.1 million views on my Berserker Patriot Store and on TikTok. I got banned for that. Being too many followers at once, violating community guidelines, because I guess my business name is hate speech. But anyway, Joseph Rosenbaum. Let's say, I'm going to edit the little small article that says, Joseph Rosenbaum, 36, shot and killed by Kyle Rittenhouse. First of all, they called him a BLM member. Motherfucker was just in prison for 15 years. How can he be a BLM member? Let's keep in mind, he was in prison for 15 years for egregiously, I probably pronounced that wrong, I'm kind of stupid sometimes, heinous crimes against children. Horribly heinous crimes against children. So he's a pedophile, rapist, serial arsonist at this point, saying the N-word openly on video, and you're calling him a Black Lives Matter. He was literally saying, kill the N's while he was there. Known racist, and you guys are standing up for him. It's insane, for one. For two, now that we've been watching the trial, we see that the serial pedophile, arsonist, and rapist was shot for self-defense reasons, which we already knew. As American citizens and patriots, we already knew this. Anyone that can watch any of the videos, even before, by the way, the FBI withheld information that could have acquitted him like that, and none of this would even be going on. But now it's so politicized that even the judge seems to be scared. Which I gotta say, this prosecutor is the biggest piece of shit I've ever seen in my life. He should be disbarred, plain and simple. He should be disbarred. He's a fuckstick. He reminds me of the prosecutor I had in my case, and something similar happened. They had to leave the court a couple times. I had to ask the jury to leave. Ultimately, my charges got left up to the judge, who had never looked at my case and never looked at any of the evidence in my case. So, I mean, I kind of understand where this kid's coming from, but I've never been accused of murder, you know. I've been accused of being a Nazi or a domestic terrorist because I'm a conservative and have Trump support. I'm a Trump supporter. I'll be at the school board meeting in Sarasota on the 16th, so I'll probably get another visit from the FBI, which I've had numerous times. But that's why we go to these school board meetings, to keep the parents safe from this tyrannical FBI. That's part of the problem we're having here. If the FBI would have stepped up with the high-resolution drone footage they have, then none of this would be happening right now to this poor kid. You know what I'm saying? But here's the point-blank fact. If this kid gets accused of murder, if he gets, well, he's accused of murder, charged with it. If he gets convicted of murder, guys, we as the Patriots have to do something. I personally won't let this kid go to prison for life for something that he didn't do. That's not justice. This is no longer justice. I no longer have any faith whatsoever in law enforcement or the criminal system in America. And that hurts my heart to say that, man. At this point, I'm kind of just dumbfounded. Half the time, I don't even know what to say anymore. I'm cancel cultured from everywhere. Even my business has been canceled from Google, and I'm losing thousands of dollars a month right now because I've been banned from everywhere for reasons that are just totally not legit on their side. And that's what's happening there. 2 years ago, when the vandalism happened from BLM, if you're a TikTok supporter and you know who I am, then you remember when my truck got vandalized, my windows got smashed out, my truck got smashed up, they drilled into my rear differential and blew it up. I used to have a 24-foot trailer that sat right here. They poured gasoline on that, caught it on fire, smashed up my stuff, cut my tires up. Well, the Republican National Headquarters, who I have recently found are fakest people I've ever met in my life. They won't even let you have a flag waving in front of their place if you have Trump or DeSantis. In the state of Florida, the Republican National Headquarters won't let you do a flag wave if your stuff says Trump or DeSantis on it. But I bet all you people are donating money to the Republican National Headquarters in Port Charlotte, even though they no longer support what you support, but you don't know that they feel that way, do you? Because you're not trying to have rallies with these guys. But anyway, the moral of that story is my GoFundMe was deleted, was banned, because I'm a conservative. And the same thing has happened to this poor kid, Kyle Rittenhouse. And his circumstances are far more extreme than mine were. I just lost all my stuff. They're trying to take his life. Literally. It's nuts. I've been to prison. Prison's not a place for this kid. This kid is a hero in America. He did what nobody else was willing to do in his community, like we do here. I don't know anyone else in the community I live in that stands up. We're the only ones. The Berserker Patriot Group, we're the only ones going to these meetings. We're the only ones holding rallies. Other than the places that say they support Donald Trump and just make money off of his name. You know what I mean? I've literally lost everything. Went from living in a nice house, making a lot of money, year before last, to basically everything's done. I've spent all my money doing these rallies, working on people's stuff, helping people out. But that's called being a patriot. That's what you need to understand. Okay? This kid is not a murderer. And we as patriots cannot allow this to stand. But there's a flip side to this too. When the riots start and the murders start, because this kid at this point, it's even the left is saying, well, he's innocent. He needs to be acquitted. Even MSNBC and CNN, even the Young Turks have reported, oh, we were wrong. This kid's not a Nazi like we thought. He was absolutely justified in what he did and why he did it. I'm going to make another video about Bicep Man here in a minute, but I got my point across about this Joseph Rosenbaum guy. He was literally just released from prison and then came into this situation. So no, he wasn't a Black Lives Matter member. He was just a fucking piece of shit criminal that was there to hurt and pillage shit. That's a literal fact. It's come out in trial now. I mean, if you guys want to support and say that that guy was part of your organization, I mean, you're a piece of shit organization. I'm also going to be posting some videos on here today where while this trial is going on, as the police are ramping up for the largest riots and more murders than they've ever seen in the history of America, because that's what they're doing. They're taking officers' days off away so they can have enough officers and recruiting people in, bringing people in from other places to get ready for these riots. So I'm going to also warn everybody in Port Charlotte, Florida. Yes, it was yesterday or the day before. I pulled in a Wawa on 41, and there was a whole bunch of cars leaving together. Well, I looked over and I saw the Black Lives Matter symbol all over their cars and the big fist. I was like, shit. So I parked as fast as I could. I jumped out with my camera and noticed one of them was still sitting in the parking lot. So I was able to get a video of that vehicle, and I was able to get a picture of the back of one of the other cars that had BLM on it. Okay. So I have informed the officers that they're back. At this point, I've counted 100 members of BLM in Port Charlotte right now. Within just the last week, they've returned. We've already ran them off once. They had a real bad time trying to do this here last year. Real bad time. A few of them went to the hospital. It's not going to work out this time for you either. You're in the wrong town, man. You're in the wrong town. 87% of this town is conservative. You're in the wrong motherfucking town. And I made that very clear to them yesterday. I went to them by myself. You'll see me in the video walking around person speaking. Here's the funny part. None of these people are black. Not one of these kids were black. None of them. They were all pasty, spoiled white kids that were overweight. I thought it was fucking hilarious. I'm like, there's not even one black person supporting you in this. There's no black people in these cars. They're all white people. I'm like, what? All lives matter, man. Everybody matters. We all matter. But I've never been a racist person, but with what's going on in the world right now with this critical race theory and all that shit, people calling me a Nazi and a terrorist because I believe that everybody matters and not one race matters over another, which is the definition of racism, by the way. Saying that your race matters more. You say you've had more hardships. What the fuck are you talking about, man? I'm Italian-Irish. You can't tell me about slavery. You don't have the history of slavery like we do. Are you fucking kidding me? My ancestors were fed to lions long before your ancestors were ever slaves. Long before anybody even knew you fucking existed. Okay? My ancestors were fed to lions and sent into mines as children to die. Okay? As slaves. And yes, there were white indentured slaves in America as well. Okay? So, get that bullshit narrative out of your fucking brain. Because it's fake. Okay? White people have been horribly treated in history. But you don't look at that, right? You don't look at that. You don't see that. Up until, what, 100 years ago, it was legal to rape women? You know, just whatever you wanted to do. Come on, man. It's... wipe your third eye off a little bit and realize what's going on here. Well, that's my rant for today. I'm going to put a couple things together. I'm doing all my own editing now, so I'm learning how to do that. Robbie's gone. He got scared off of the FBI coming around all the time. I've had, God, over probably 200,000 death threats. People threatening to kill me, my dog, the people I care about. All I can say is, come on, where you at? Stop being a keyboard warrior and threaten me over a keyboard. Everybody wants to do some Viking shit till it's time to be a Viking, right? Everybody wants to be a Viking till it's time to do some Viking shit. So, come on. There's a reason the name of my organization are the Berserker Patriots. You can't miss me. If you come to town, you can't miss me. Can you miss that? You can't miss that. Come on, man. That old piece of shit with all that stuff on it. You can't miss my truck. Come see me if you really want to. I'll pray for you up until then. You know, I'll do what I can to help you. I'll do what I can to help your messed up brain. I really will. Because all you guys are is misguided children. You're not the problem. You're definitely not a threat. Okay? It's the totalitarian government that I have a problem with. Not misguided children. That's what the misconception in America is right now. It's like, oh, it's BLM, it's Antifa. No, they're not doing anything except being led around on their knees. That's all they're doing. You notice they've shut the fuck up since their pedophile master has asked them to, right? Now that this trial is not going the way that the left wants it to, the pedophile master, the puppet master, the puppet master, the pedophile master, whatever, is saying, oh, now it's time for you to riot and loot again. They're making that very clear. Pushing their narrative again. So, I don't know how enough people haven't stood up and said it's already gone too far. I don't get the weakness behind that. I've been threatened by the FBI. I've been threatened by law enforcement. I've been threatened by the county. The county is coming up here harassing us literally every single week. And every time they come out here, they tell us we have a new violation on our property. There's nothing. There's nothing out here that could be a violation. But every week they tell us a bicycle. We had a bicycle sitting out here beside the house because we have kids here. They go to school and they ride their bikes to school. So we have this little bike rack over here on the side of the house. Look, it's on the side of our house over here. They came and told us they were going to give us a $300 fine if we didn't remove 2 nice bicycles that were sitting right here. Right, way back here. That's getting nuts, man. The county is targeting active conservatives in Port Charlotte, Florida. Law enforcement's clearly not on our side. I've been waiting for a meeting with the sheriff here for going on a year now. They don't come to any of the Back the Blue rallies. Now the Punta Gorda police come to all of our rallies. The Punta Gorda police stand behind us. They show us where they stand. So here's what's up. We back good cops, but we step over bad cops, okay? Well, I should read off some of the FBI's names on these business cards I've got later today in my videos too, because I'll probably be seeing some of you guys soon, so I might as well say what's up to you, right? That's getting a little old too. So make sure I'm home when you come, because I'm not just going to come home when you call me. Because you're, you know, unconstitutionally, tyrannically, just... Why is the FBI getting involved in everyday citizens' lives anyway? That's not your job, federal government. That's not your job. The people are the power, and we're about to show you the power. Because this is insane. We can do this without violence. We don't have to hurt these people, guys. You got to understand that. We don't have to hurt these people. We can physically remove them without hurting them. They're that weak. They're that weak. You do realize. Just look at the video where I Googled Berserker Patriot Store on TikTok, and it came up with it says popular videos on TikTok. It pulls up Berserker Patriot Store, 63.1 million views, shares, and likes. Okay, that's 20% of America. Even if 63 million people agreed with what I said, then you think you've got enough people to stop 63 million fucking people? No. They're spread so thin, they can't even enforce these bullshit laws they want to do now. So many companies, 1,000 people wouldn't get the vaccination at one of the biggest companies on the planet. So they, instead of losing their 1,000 employees, they said, fuck that, we're not going to mandate anything. You know, so... Okay, I got to stop right now. I'm just, it's 17 minutes in, and there's just so much going on. I'm ready, guys. We've got property. We've got plenty of jobs in Port Charlotte, Florida. This is probably the safest town you can move to. There's 20 militias within a 15-mile radius that equal thousands of people. Okay, so it's safe here. Every single business in this town is hiring. Most businesses hire out from $15 to $17 an hour here. Rent's decent. Financing a home is decent here. It's easy. You can get a first-time buyer's thing, first-time mortgage in Florida, and you're pretty much guaranteed with bad credit or whatever, you know. So come down to Florida, come to Port Charlotte, get regulated, get together with like-minded people. Literally 90% of this town is conservative. Come on. It's a good place to be. All four sides of this town are blocked off by bridges. Those bridges go, ain't nobody getting here to hurt you. We're fully self-sustaining in this town. We've got everything we need here. There's plenty of farms, plenty of people that have food, that are prepared for this. Come on to Port Charlotte, Florida, Patriots. We love you.